Today we're going to be taking a look at the Vista Gold Gain by Deep Tech. It's a 30 kilohertz machine. Before this they had the 25 kilohertz, which was their flagship, the Deep Tech Vista Gold. It was their flagship metal detector, but now they've gone to 30 kilohertz. And some people would say from going from 25 kilohertz to 30 kilohertz you might lose a bit of depth, but they've got over that. They've got rid of the slow and fast recovery and put the gain switch, the gain knob on there. So you're getting the advantage of the higher kilohertz without losing depth. You've still got your sensitivity, so you run the sensitivity as high as you can on the field, but then you tweak your gain. You have to balance, it's about balancing the machine. So you up your gain then to running it at the hottest it can go. You'll be getting more depth than 25 kilohertz and you'll be getting the smaller target. So this machine is awesome on ancient sites. So simple to use. I'll go through some of the settings with you now. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got, that's your grain balance. You'll pump the coil, you put your settings, put your sensitivity on, check the grain, make sure there's no iron in the ground. When you've got a clean patch, pump your coil and you just slightly adjust that until you get a quiet. It quietens right down, it will just go, I'll show you in a minute, but that's your grain balance. There is your volume. Have it on full and use the volume adjust on your headphones. Here's the gain. This is what's new with this Vista Gold Gain. You run your sensitivity as normal, you know, as hot as you can without it falsing, and then you tweak your gain to suit the grain you're on until it's just, if you turn it up and if it's chattery you can just drop it back a little bit, and then you're going to get maximum depth, and with your sensitivity as high as you can go as well without it falsing, you get maximum sensitivity. So it's brilliant for the small targets. You've got your discrimination on the right hand side, on the bottom right. If you go too high, you're going to start discriminating in the small targets, so you don't want to do that. But you just drop it just below the red dot. You can probably put it about 9 o'clock. But you'll play with that in the field, you'll start to suss that out. And then you've got your volume control. It depends what tone you've got it in. You've got single tone, two tone, or all metal. If you've got it in two tone, which is iron and good targets, if you have your iron volume too high, you're not going to hear the deep targets. So set your iron volume to suit your ears. You want it to be quite low, you'll hear that brub, 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 brub. And then if you've got that set low enough, but not too low, you'll hear the grunt, and the good target, if it's next to iron, will bang through. The switch is on the back. You've got two tone, all metal, and discrimination mode. In two tone you'll hear the iron and the good tone, so that's your two tone. All metal is exactly that, you hear everything as one single tone. And at the top you've got discrimination mode, so you still get one tone, but it depends where you set your discrimination. So if you set your discrimination just to get rid of the nails, you won't hear the grunt, you just hear the good target. And on the left hand side is your boost mode. So if you're on deep pasture, you can just flick the switch and it takes it straight into boost mode and gives you an extra couple of inches, which is impressive. Just show your head's grain balance and we'll get some live digs and see how it performs. Okay, just before you go digging, what you have to do, turn your switch on at the bottom of the battery pack. Put it into all metal and search the grain, make sure there's no targets. That's clear. If I pump the coil now, that's out of grain balance. So you've got the grain balance pod. That's grain balance. If you want it to have a little buzz, and that just gives you that little bit more sensitivity. But if it's like that, you're going to lose targets. Every time you go like that swing, it's going to make a noise. So that's grain balanced. And then take it out of all metal. I'd use two tone so you can hear the iron with a low, turn your iron volume down a bit, and then you've got the low little buzz of iron, and then when you get a good target it bangs through. That's it, ready to search. If you want to know about all the spec of the machine, the prices and stuff like that, make sure you have a look in the next Searcher magazine. Daniel Spencer's doing a written review on the machine, so all the information's there. I'm just going to be doing the digging. Well, just going to do a quick recovery speed test. We've got Tilby cut half and a 4-inch big chunky nail. What I'll do, I'll bring that nail closer to the cut half and see what the reactivity speed is. Discrimination set just below the red dot on the discrimination. Sensitivity at 45, gain at 40. That's iron. See how long it takes. Faster recovery is now from the nail across to the cut half. Definite repeater there. It's about 4.5 inches now. It's about 4 inches. Still hear the iron. Yeah, that's impressive, isn't it? Let's put that 1 inch. 1 inch away. I'm not sure how it's going to cope with this. That's like 10 millimetres away. That's still stopping you in the track. That is impressive. That's the settings that I was just using. If you wanted to blank out a bit more iron, you can, but if you come past this red dot, you're going to start losing the very small targets, cut quarters, like tiny minims and stuff if you're there. So you want to be down low. In air test, you can turn it to about 12 o'clock and it picks up everything, but obviously when it gets in the grain, you start to get the mineralisation and other elements coming through, so you want it to be about there. But that's the settings for the Vista Gold Gain. Let's go and dig some live targets. Got a good signal, quite banging, so don't think it's too deep. Get an idea of depth by bringing the coil up. So I was getting that now. It seems like quite a large target, so it could be trash. Be cool. See, when it's a coin, normally you've got a narrower signal. It's wit. You know, it feels like the signal's that big. When it's not a circle, it feels like it's a bigger target. Another signal. Feels a little bit smaller. Banging signal, but still in the arm. Just on the edge of that spot. Pinpointing was spot on. Part of a barrel tap key of some sort. I've had about 20 cow tubes, but I've just got a target at the bottom of the hole. I don't know what's in there yet. It's in a coin ball. Banging signal. The hole's 8 inches. Let me just put that down a bit low so you can see the actual items at the bottom of the hole, 8 inches. That's 8 inches above the hole as well. It sounds non-ferrous and it It looks like a coin ball. Hopefully we got the first coin with it. Oh yes. Did you hear how sharp the signal was? It's a Roman. A big Roman coin. Just make out the head there. We haven't had any Roman off this site at all. No way. Impressive. How deep was it? You're looking about there, which is just about nearly 8 inches deep. But I brought the coil up this deep and it was still banging it. Let me just... That's 9 inches there. Just to get an idea of depth. About 15 inches. That's impressive. First bit of Roman off this site. Hopefully there's some more. Another good plus with these machines. Sometimes when you've got the screen in front of you and you start to learn the numbers and you've dug up, I don't know, 20, 30 cow tubes like I have today, you start to think, oh, I don't want to dig that, that's probably another cow tube, I'm not going to dig it, and you leave it, and you start to leave. Say if it was coming in on a target ID of say 30, 40 or whatever, you might get another signal at 30, 40 and you think, I'm not going to dig that now. But with this, it makes you dig more. Yeah, you might dig more crap, but you are going to dig more good targets because it's a beep. You set your discrimination. Below that line of your discrimination is a low grunt. So wherever you set that, that's your grunt. And above that is your good signal. So you've got no way of knowing whereabouts it's coming, which is a plus for me because it stops you not digging good signals because you're fed up of cow tubes. But that is, it will make you dig more targets and you will find stuff. That Roman coin I could have missed. That could have been the same sort of target ID as the cow tubes and I could have left it. So that's a big plus. I took the gain up just past 45 and the sensitivity just past 45 and the gain just past 45. Just a little bit more of a boost. The boost mode's on and just see if I can get them whispers or the deeper targets. Listen to the audio of this. You can hear it's got that little, like a whisper at the end. So it's showing you it's deep. Look at this. That's what, with the gain on this, the gold gain now, it really does help it punch deeper. It amplifies the signals, that's what the gain does. So what are we? There. That's 6 inches. Not mega deep, but when you see the target, bring that over so you can see that is the target. A tiny little bit of lead. Not even as big as me, you know what I mean? It's not even half of my fingernail. Tiny speck of lead. So you're not going to miss much with the Vista Gold Gain. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to get subscribed and click the like button. See you soon. Happy hunting.